Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Well, thanks once again for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. I'm joined in studio by somebody who truly gives back to the community in many ways. Elliot Middleton, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am so happy that you were on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what you do and why?
Well, pretty much my name is Elliot Middleton. I'm from a small fishing village called McClellinsville, South Carolina. And what my organization does, which is the name of that is Middleton's Village to Village Foundation. We go around, we collect cars and we fix them up and we donate them to folks in need, particularly in rural unpopulated areas that does not have like Ubers, taxis, ways to get around. We help folks out like that and just try to make sure that if somebody is in need, we try to help them out as best we can.
And on top of that, you also have a restaurant.
Have a barbecue restaurant. We're going to reopen on January the 19th. It's located in Owendale, South Carolina. That's 5105 US Highway 17 in Owendale. And we also started our mobile food truck venture, and that you may see all around the Lowcountry in probably about 5 different counties so far.
I know you're going to say that it feels awesome, but how does it feel whenever you're actually able to donate a car, see that reaction? What is that like?
Well, the experience with that is the first one, it blew you away and you're kind of like, I like that feeling. So now you want to do it again and you want to do it again. So it's it's very addictive, and it's not, just from the excitement, the surprise from them. You always want to be in, like, it's just addictive. You want more cars so you can bless more people.
Yeah. And why food? Why barbecue? Is this something you've always loved?
It's just living out in the rural areas. Like as a young man, you had to be around your great grandparents or your grandparents always cooking. So you always learned, how to cook. You've learned how to cook different things. You harvest different things out of the fields. So it's always, it's just always been a love of mine. And from besides mechanics, it's always been cooking. So second part of my life, I wanted to venture off into food and beverage and, enjoy doing that, and wanted to still remain working on cars. It's a weird combination, but it works.
It's the best of both worlds, you know?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me, what's in the works for 2024?
So right now, like I said, we just got through with our 100th car donation. We are in the need of more vehicles because, we get a lot of vehicles, and most of the vehicles there are not, up to par as far as getting back on the road. So we have to take maybe 7 vehicles, and then we may use those 7 vehicles to part out one to make another one work. So you may get 2 or 3 cars out of those 7 vehicles. So we're always hunting for cars. We're always looking for donations for cars. Just being able to get around and actually seeing the different situations in rural, unpopular, small areas. Food brings everybody together, and good things bring everybody together. So that's trying to do the best of both worlds.
You took the words right out of my mouth, man.
Yes,
I was
ma'am.
going to say the exact same thing. All right, where can people stop by and give it a try again?
5105 US Highway 17 in Owendale, South Carolina. Telephone number that you can call us at, and I'll answer that phone as best I can whenever I can. 843-928-4RIB. That's 4742. And you'll be able to contact us there all throughout the week. We specialize mainly in a lot of catering and carry out on this go around of the restaurant. So it's kind of like a carry out restaurant. It gives you more of a Pizza Hut vibe, to where you can come in, you can order, or you can do a delivery. We're working hopefully with 3 vehicles that we can always be out in the commute area. And also being that the fact that we're in a rural area, I'm offering deliveries to that rural area because, you got kids that live there, they'll never get a chance to experience the pizza man coming to the door. But you'll be able to hopefully get an opportunity to experience the barbecue man coming to the door. So that's one of the outlooks that I want to do for the rural area.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Tell me about yourself. Where are you from? When did you start painting? The whole story.
I have lived in Robeson County my whole life, and I credit my mother for my painting interest because she used to buy me paint by numbers. That's how I got started, believe it or not. It was Dr. Seuss paper dolls and paint by numbers, and that's how my art was started, and that's I never stopped.
Yeah. And where would you think you draw the most inspiration?
Oh, creation. God's world is so beautiful, and He inspires me. So.
Yeah, I can see you use a lot of I'm not a painter myself, so I probably don't even know the right verbiage for this, but you paint a lot of light. You can definitely see, working with light in your paintings, and I think it's so cool.
I love that. The painting light is my favorite thing. So I don't always get it, but I try. But I have lots of inspiration here at home. I live on a pond, and we have ducks and birds and the whole thing, the whole farm thing. So I'm pretty inspired here at home.
What kind of painting do you do? I know it's not watercolor, right? What do you use?
I would love to learn watercolor and plan to, but I am not good at watercolor, and I use oils, acrylics, pen and ink a lot, some colored pencil, mostly oils. The ones I've sold have almost exclusively been oils.
Very cool. Was there a moment after you've been painting for some time where you thought, wow, okay, maybe I'm pretty good at this. This could, this could be a thing for me?
Yes, but I always am very critical. I'm never satisfied. But at the same time, it's such a joy to do that it keeps me going anyway. So.
Yeah. Well, tell me where people can learn more about your art and purchase your art. There's a show coming up, right?
Several.
Wow.
In Robeson County is a great place for art right now because there are lots of wonderful galleries that are very busy. The Robeson Art Guild, I won first place at that show there that's still open. And Robeson County Arts Council is a wonderful place, very active. Inner Peace Gallery in Lumberton with Melvin Morris. Red Springs Art Space with Jeff and Irina Geller. All those places have shows coming up, and I try to participate in all of those. But I guess my heart is with the Carolinas Art Guild in Dillon. We have a fundraiser every year. It's Pause for the Arts, and it's a Humane Society of Dillon County fundraiser. And artists can sell their work there. So maybe we'll have that again in September, hopefully. I've sold several pieces there. I have really good luck there, and it's a good time.
That is awesome. Was there anything else that you want to mention about your painting or art or, yourself in general that you think people should know?
The most exciting thing that I've done in a long time was illustrate a book for my sister. She's a wonderful writer, and she wrote a book called Bunnies, Birds, and Puppy Tales. I have a copy always by my side. She wrote the book, I illustrated it, and we've had such fun with it. And those can be purchased on Amazon or through me mostly if you want a signed copy by her.
So cool. So definitely check it out. What was the title and the author for Amazon?
Bunnies, Birds, and Puppy Tales, and her name is Teresa Watts. It was very special, and she's written lots of things, but that's the first one she's published, so I'm excited to work on another one.
Well, good stuff. I appreciate you sitting down to talk with me.
I appreciate your asking me.
following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by UNC Health Southeastern. Welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today I am at UNC Health Orthopedics at Southeastern Health Park. Now I'm joined by Dr. Carter. You do something a little different. You work with feet?
Yep.
Okay, tell me all about what you do.
So I'm a board certified podiatrist. I'm boarded in foot, rear foot, and ankle surgery. I do everything foot and ankle. So from standard routine care all the way up to total ankle replacement, complex fracture management, and everything in between.
There's a lot of different things you were just saying. Does this take some sort of specialized training to be able to do these things?
Yeah, I was very fortunate. I had very good training in residency that's allowed me to do some procedures that maybe aren't necessarily offered in other areas close to us. Specifically total ankle replacement, some specific limb salvage things, certain external fixator applications, things like that that would be specialized where you're trying to seek some specialized care.
Yeah, so tell me, what's your favorite part of your job?
Well, I enjoy doing surgery, and I especially enjoy it when the patient does very well.
Yeah.
It's very gratifying to see someone be able to do something that they couldn't do before because they had some sort of debilitating injury, whether it be arthritis or some sort of sports injury or a tendon rupture. It's nice to see them get back to activity and make it through a recovery and do really well.
And what are some common ailments that you treat?
So I treat everything from ankle arthritis to ankle fractures, hindfoot arthritis, bunion deformities, Charcot, flat foot, sports injuries like Achilles tendon ruptures, tendon pathology, ankle sprains, ankle instability, and anything else foot and ankle related, I can help you out.
All right, so if somebody's watching right now, they need to come by and see you guys. What's the best way for them to do that?
UNCHealthSE.org.
This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by UNC Health Southeastern. If you want to see more Living Local Carolina segments with UNC Health Southeastern, visit www.wbtw.com/living-local. Okay, well today I'm back in the garden with Frank Johnson here at WBTW. Thank you so much for teaching me all of your wisdom.
All right, I do what I can.
Thank you so much. Okay, look at my prop. We've got a watering can today.
Yes, it's more than a prop, there's water in there.
There is, there's actually water in here. So what are some things that people need to know when it comes to watering their garden?
Oh, okay, plants need water.
Yes, they do.
They need sunshine, they need soil, and they need water. It's one of the three things. They also need fertilizer and food, but water is very important, especially on days where we get a lot of sunshine and it hasn't rained in a while. And so it's a little more than just picking up the hose and watering the garden. That's important as well, but when you're preparing your garden, you have to think ahead as to how you're going to water it.
Yeah.
And develop a good, healthy soil type. Gardens need to have good drainage, so that when you water it, or if it rains a lot, that water doesn't just stay there.
Like,
it's
nasty.
You need it to move on. You need the plants to get their drink, and then the water to move on. And we do container gardening here at News 13. So we've got proper drainage. You can't water containers too much as long as there's drainage. If it's a container that has holes in the bottom, the extra water is just going to go right out. These containers, if I water it too much, the extra water just goes out.
Yeah.
But if you have a garden in the ground, when you're building the garden, you want to, is it in the proper spot? If it's in the low part of your yard, know that you're going to get water that accumulates there, and you may need to just use plants that drink up a lot of water. But for vegetable gardening, that low spot that accumulates a lot of water is probably not the best spot for a garden. You want an area that's going to drain out nicely so that when you do water it, the water doesn't just stay. And really your basic everyday watering, you soak the soil. It's more than just, getting the ground wet.
A little drink.
Yeah, you want it to soak into the ground a couple of inches.
A nice guzzle rather than a sip.
Exactly.
So you can't just go,
there you go. It needs more than that.
Yeah.
It needs more than that. And timing is also very important as well. A lot of plants are sensitive if their leaves get wet and stay wet, they'll develop a lot of mildew or mold or diseases.
Yeah.
So the best time to water is first thing in the morning.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, thanks for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. I'm Katie Turner, and I'm joined in studio with Coach Shanice. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
Absolutely. So let's talk about what you do. You're a coach. What does that mean, really?
So I am a coach, yes. First, I'm a health coach, so I help people get healthy. I own a business, it's called Glow Up Wellness, and what we do is transform people's lives through nutrition.
All right, how'd you get into this field in the first place? We all have a story, you know.
Yes, so I decided one day that I needed to lose some weight.
Okay.
I had hit a wall and I thought I need to change my life, and I did. I decided to, eat healthier, do some more working out, things like that. And it kind of led to a passion about it. So I'm like, if I can do this, I ended up losing over 80 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah. I said, anybody can do it if I can do it. So I decided to help people do it as well.
I think a big hurdle for a lot of people is motivation and kind of knowing where to start when you're not educated on the subject. How do you approach that with people?
So two things. Baby steps is the first one. Sometimes we look at the larger shiny goal, and when we embark on the journey, we kind of so far from that it gets discouraging. But if you know to take the small step in front of you, if you keep doing that, you'll get to the larger goal. And also, motivation only gets us started. It's the discipline that keeps us going. So part of my coaching is helping people develop that discipline.
Is it rewarding to see people actually, shed the pounds, feel more confident?
Seriously, I mean, I've had people lose 60 plus pounds, even 30 plus. Like, if you lose a pound, I am like a cheerleader rooting for you.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes.
So we hear a lot about, is it diet, is it exercise, is it a combo of both? In your field, like, what do you think?
It's totally a combination of both, but one does weigh out the other. So if you are looking to, get healthier, but specifically lose weight, it's 75 to 80% what you eat, what you put in your body versus 20 to 25% of what you actually do with your body.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I always heard the abs were made in the kitchen.
Well, they can be. They start in the kitchen.
All right. Well, can you give us some tips, for people that are interested in starting?
Sure. So like I said, just first you should do a wellness evaluation with me. I take a peek into what your life looks like on an average day, and I nitpick kind of what small changes you can make to see really big results if you stay consistent there. I also do 21-day challenges to support people to stay consistent. So you stay close to me for 21 days, you get all these resources, you get so many tips and tricks, you get to hear other people's stories. And that's what helps people, that's what helped me, even myself, to stay committed and to keep seeing the results that I really want to see. So do those baby steps. And then when you need help and you realize you can't do it on your own, seek help. We seek help when we are struggling in certain areas. Don't hesitate to seek help when you're also trying to lose weight or get healthy as well.
For somebody with a really busy schedule, how do you work around that as a coach?
So one of the things I love about my journey is that my life has progressively gotten aggressively busy. I have 2 small children, I've gotten married, and I moved cross country in the past 4 years. Wow. So I totally understand busy. And so I personally love to work with busy people because I have that experience. Sometimes we look and we see different sections of where we can find a little bit of time to work out, where we might have not normally seen it, or where we can find space in a budget to eat a little healthier. Some people say it's expensive, but we'll look at your budget and we'll see, how we can find space to actually afford what you need in order to be a little bit healthier.
That's a holistic approach now.
I'm with it. That's the whole point of what I do, because one mold does not fit everybody. We have different lifestyles, we have different things about us, we have different tics and triggers, and we love different foods. And my goal is to look at people's lives individually and provide a personalized plan.
Love it. So if somebody's interested in getting connected with you and getting started, how can they do that?
The easiest place to find everything that I do would be linktree.com/healthcoachniece. You'll find out information about my 21-day challenges. You can join my walk-in club. All of those things right there, Health Coach Niece on Linktree.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.